Hello, my fellow Harrisburgians. This is your girl Kay from Harrisburg's Little Black Book. As promised, I said that I would be reviewing a restaurant today, and so that's what's happening. I'm excited to tell you that I'm reviewing Soul House Cafe. Now, one of the things I found really exciting about the restaurant, because one thing that's always common with soul food restaurants, there's no parking. But Soul House Cafe has parking. They have their own dedicated parking. So for a soul food restaurant, you already got a star with me just for that. So I went in. The restaurant was really clean. I did notice though that the glove use was off and on. Very clean. Everything's orderly. Everybody's nice. Got that nice southern feel. But chef, you might want to tell everyone to be a little bit more consistent with the gloves. Other than that, especially right now with COVID going on, but other than that, I would say it was pretty good. So I know the main thing y'all came on here was not to see me. Y'all came to see this food. So let's check it out. Oh, what I want to tell you also, I think this is really great. I have a full plate, and it was only $11.99. It included a meat and two sides. So y'all tell me what you think. All right. So, I guess I need to bend that down a little bit. Let's open it on up. All right. So we got some barbecue chicken right here. Can y'all see that? So the container itself is only for the barbecue chicken and for the roll. Oh, I also meant to tell you what I thought was really good is when I went in to get the chicken, they didn't just hand me some chicken that was already sitting and baking and cooking forever. They had it in a certain area. Then when I told them the type of sauce I wanted, then they just took a little bit of time to put it together with the sauce so that it's not just thrown on. So I thought that was really good. So I'm just going to take a little taste of the chicken. I'm not going to sit here and eat it all, but I just want y'all to see what we're working with. Let me show you another picture here. Now that's some big pieces of chicken. That's just the chicken. That's not the size. So let's see. Let's see what we're working with. So I would say if you're on a budget, you want to go out to dinner, we're already looking at some good prices. Even everything on the menu too. Oh my goodness. But anyway, I'm sorry. Let me taste this. Nice. Okay, so we're looking at the sauce. It's nice and thick. It's not runny. It's a nice thick sauce. Once again, one thing about me, I don't like barbecue sauce that's too tangy, and I don't like it where it's too sweet. I like it where it's just right. And the barbecue sauce is right in that spot. Sweet and tangy. And the bone, in case you can't see it, the bone is not pink. Which that's very important because sometimes the food is so good, but when you get down to the end, to the middle, it's all pink. Make you, it's so good you don't want to stop. At the same time, it's like, ugh. So you don't have to worry about that. So they get 5 stars for that for me on the chicken. Let's see here. Now the roll, they gave me a piece of roll. All right, they're gonna get 2 stars for the roll now. But let's see what it tastes like. Okay, look like a regular old roll, but it's one of those good dinner rolls, the little buttery ones that make when you're trying to be careful with your weight, you want to make sure you don't go above 2. It's one of those, but next time give me a whole roll, okay? But it's good. So next, we're moving on to the mac and cheese. Now, when I was looking at the sides, I couldn't figure out which one I wanted. But when I saw them dipping out the mac and cheese, it was hot. Now, I've been back about 10-15 minutes, so it's still very warm. But when they were dipping it out, the cheese was just running all over the place. When you pull the cheese and it stretches out, that's what it was doing. So I was like, you got to have some of that mac and cheese. Now, let's take a little bite here. See. Okay. You ever have that mac and cheese where it tastes really good, but it also is so good, but it tastes almost a little bit like a little bit of dessert? I know that sounds crazy. I guess because of the butter and the cheese have mixed together so good with the seasons. I'm at home, Amina. I went to Soul House Cafe. And oh, I see my brother on here. Hi, Chris. Hi, sis. Hi, Rachel. Thank y'all for coming on. But yeah, this is from Soul House Cafe. So you know this is the good old homemade Southern style mac and cheese when it's you got the cheese hanging like that. And like I said, I've been here about 10-15 minutes. I'm gonna tell y'all while I was it took me so long to get on. I was so excited to get my food that I ran in the house and left my phone in the car. I'm like, we can't do a review on live without the phone, so I had to go back and get it. It's something in here. It's other than cheese, other than milk, other than butter. It's something else they put in here. I don't know what it is. This is really good. Oh, I'm so sorry. I wish you could taste it. Okay. Like I said, I don't want to hold you up forever. And you know how we do on camera. You know, we just go a little light. But when we go off camera, you know how it is. So now we have some cabbage. We're going to check it out and see what we're working with. That's one of my favorites, cabbage. Hi, Mom. My spiritual mother. She always gets on every time. I'm so grateful. Now, the cabbage, it actually has a really good taste. But it's, I would say it's a 3 out of 5 because it's a little tender. A little bit more tender than I wanted. Like if I wanted this tender, I'll cook it myself. You know how sometimes when you slightly overcook it because you're doing something or you're a little busy. But I'll say I'll give them a 3.5 because you know what? If you overcook cabbage and you didn't flavor that stuff real good, it becomes nasty. So this is not nasty, but yeah, I'll give it a 3.5. And also, it has a good taste, but it's not salty. I always, for those of you that like a little bit more salt, you might add a little tinge to it. But those of you that are a little bit more mature and want to try to keep them numbers down, you don't have to worry about this one. It has a good flavor. You don't need to add anything to it. So, the only thing is, here we go with those little big pieces again. But at least in this time, I won't say which, before. I don't know if you saw any of my other reviews. Uh-oh, I have to clean that up. I don't like those big chunks, the ends of the cabbage. Give me all cabbage leaves. That's all I want. But it's workable. Yeah, 3.5. So the cheese, the macaroni and cheese, my God. You know how the preachers, they start tuning up when they're coming to the end? So if you go to macaroni and cheese, no, let me stop. It's actually really good. I would give this a 5. I could actually just eat this by itself. And listen, I said I've been here for 10-15 minutes and it's still got a nice warmth to it. So this thing was nice and hot. I know I don't need it though, but look at that. Look at that cheese, y'all. Look at that. All right. So I'm going to taste this chicken one more time. Let me make sure when I said it right about the 5. You see it's nice and cooked, and like I said, there's no pink on the bone. Barbecue sauce is good. It was 7 something at night, and the chicken, mac and cheese, cabbage, everything is still fresh. That's pretty good. That's very good, because a lot of times at night, they just don't care. People don't care, but they really care. Actually, like I said, everybody was really nice. Very friendly. Very clean environment. You don't have to worry about trying to find parking. Just got to tell the chef. Remind the people. Keep your gloves on consistently. But one last thing, y'all, before I go. One of the reasons I decided to do Soul House Cafe is somebody put in Harrisburg's Concerned Citizen about their banana pudding. So, I had to taste that. I had to run through and get that. So, before I go, I just want to taste it, and then I'm going to let you go. All right, so it has a nice little whipped topping on top. I think the top messed up the presentation a little bit. Let me see what the top tastes like. And this little light whipped topping, I don't think it's something that they bought or sprayed on. It's something that was created, which is really nice. Now I'm looking at I'm tasting the pudding. Mm. Mm. Okay. They got another little, I don't know if it's nutmeg or it may not be nutmeg. They're gonna put some other little flavor in there. Mm. The price was $11.99 for the chicken, the mac and cheese, and the cabbage. So you can get a whole meal, whichever meal that you want, pretty much for like anywhere from 10 to $11.99. Also, if you want to do like a combo plate where you get two of the main entrees, you can actually get that for $12.99, which is very good. You'll get two of the main entrees and two sides as well. But what I found really good, if you're on a budget, like I was saying before, and you don't want to spend $15, $20, $25, they have wraps, $4.99. I mean, all kinds of good ones. Sandwiches for $5.99. Cheesesteaks for $6.99. And they look good. And it's everything, it looks like it's a good portion. They also have jumbo shrimp. You know, it took me a while to figure out what I wanted. So anyway, I'm going off topic. So if you are on a budget, you don't want to go above $10, you're safe going to Soul House Cafe. If you want to do a little extra, you want to add some desserts, and even with me adding the dessert, it came to $16. I do want to say though, when you go to pay, the system that they use is automatically set for a tip. So if you are on one of those weeks where you're watching everything, you want to make sure that you see that and cancel that before you hit okay. And I mean, it's good for the business and it's good for the employees, but for those who don't pay attention to that, I don't really like that system too much. It's set automatically for a tip. But anyway, overall, with the minus the gloves and minus that automatic tip, I would say that I would give Soul House Cafe a 4.5, 4.3 because of the gloves, 4.3. But this chicken and this nana pudding and that mac and cheese, this is my favorite, the mac and cheese. I'm going to give it a 5 plus. Now, you know, we were doing 10. We're going to take it on up to 10. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. This was Soul House Cafe. Now that I've enjoyed myself and I feel a little safe, I'm going to go back and do an interview with them whenever they're ready. And I'll taste a little something else for you. All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in to Harrisburg's Little Black Book. And I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.